The hidden crazy-making tool of the covert narcissist. Ever wondered why some narcissists seem to slip through your radar, leaving you feeling confused and overwhelmed? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're tackling the elusive and dangerous world of covert narcissists. These individuals are often the most challenging to spot because their manipulative tactics are subtle and their grandiosity hidden. Imagine being trapped in a room filled with invisible, odorless gas. You can't see the source of your discomfort, but you're clearly suffering. That's what it feels like to deal with a covert narcissist. They'll use their voice as a powerful tool to manipulate and control you, making you question your own reality and feel as if you're the problem. In this video, we'll uncover the 4 distinct ways covert narcissists use their voice to get under your skin and keep you under their control. Get ready to learn how these masters of manipulation operate and how to protect yourself from their sneaky tactics. Let's dive in. Number 1. The martyr complex. The most crucial voice type in the realm of narcissistic manipulation is where the narcissist adopts the role of a martyr, portraying themselves as suffering or in distress. Imagine this scenario: you reach out to a covert narcissistic parent. As their child, you are subject to their control through 3 primary tactics: fear, a profound sense of duty, and overwhelming guilt. This parent aims to make you feel obligated, remorseful, and shamed into compliance, ensuring you act according to their desires. When you contact them, they may adopt a voice that suggests they are on the brink of a serious crisis, such as a heart attack or their final moments. This dramatized portrayal heightens your anxiety as it activates feelings of guilt over your absence or disobedience, intensifying your abandonment trauma. A covert narcissist is adept at abandoning you in multiple ways: physically, emotionally, and psychologically. Their neglect creates a tangled web of trauma responses that you are left to untangle. They manipulate you by pushing your emotional buttons, compelling you to perform actions you wouldn't otherwise consider, such as providing financial support or undertaking challenging tasks on their behalf. How do I understand this so well? Unfortunately, this has been my own experience. Until I managed to emotionally and psychologically distance myself from my covert narcissistic mother, my existence revolved around catering to her needs, improving her life, and serving her ego. My identity seemed to be solely defined by how well I could satisfy her demands. A slight alteration in her tone was enough to send me into a frantic search for solutions, incessantly asking, "What's wrong? How can I help?" This obsessive and compulsive behavior became a persistent pattern I struggled to break free from. Number 2. The monotonous void. A flat, emotionless monotone often reveals the true nature of a narcissist, essentially emotional zombies. Because they lack genuine feelings, their voices become devoid of variation. You can observe this in many narcissists online who discuss narcissistic abuse. Note the tonal quality of their speech. When a narcissist has devalued you and created emotional distance, you will hear this monotonous tone. It emerges particularly when they are filled with hatred, exposing their indifferent and detached core. This monotone should not be confused with conditions like autism or trauma responses. Context matters. Consider the broader situation and observe other accompanying behaviors. This flatness is most noticeable when the narcissist has lost interest in you, when you are no longer their primary source of supply, or when they have alternative sources of validation. They no longer feel the need to engage in love bombing or seek your approval. Your presence or absence is irrelevant to them. Number 3. The raging fury. Voice type 3 reveals the intense, explosive anger of a narcissist, evident in both covert and overt forms. This type of voice can feel as if an immense dark force is speaking through them, heavy, menacing, and almost growling. The narcissist uses this fury to belittle, demean, and emotionally destroy you, employing psychological tactics to undermine your self-worth. The experience can be terrifying as it highlights their splitting behavior. A covert narcissist, for instance, may shift abruptly from seeming warmth to an outburst of extreme rage, showcasing their ability to oscillate between charm and cruelty. Their harsh disapproval and abandonment often lead to silent treatment, belittling, and neglect, which exacerbate your deepest fears of abandonment and trigger profound emotional wounds. Number 4. The overly sweet, syrupy voice. An excessively sugary, syrupy voice. When someone new enters their realm, it's the perfect chance for them to ensnare their target. They present a facade of friendliness and joy, appearing far removed from any malice or negativity. They come across as genuinely kind, helpful, and exuberant, someone you'd naturally want to connect with. This often involves love bombing, where they shower you with attention to trap you in their web. In this guise, the narcissist may also engage in subtle bragging about their life, achievements, or family. This form of humble bragging is anything but humble. It's a deliberate effort to elicit admiration and attention. They want to be seen as the perfect parent, the ideal partner, or the ultimate caregiver, subtly fishing for validation and reinforcing their image. This raises an important distinction. What about high-functioning alcoholics, individuals with depression who appear functional, or trauma survivors who display fluctuating behaviors? These individuals may also seem emotionally flat or lifeless in private, but show a different persona in public due to their struggles. High-functioning alcoholics and depressed individuals may appear cheerful or engaged publicly despite internal battles, and trauma survivors may exhibit sudden bursts of energy or excitement as a coping mechanism. The key difference lies in intentionality. Unlike narcissists, who deliberately alter their behavior to manipulate perceptions and gain an advantage, those dealing with genuine mental health issues do not have the intent to harm or deceive others. Their behavior is an unconscious adaptation rather than a calculated manipulation. Always take into account the broader context and examine the overall behavior. Voice changes alone are not definitive indicators of narcissism. They can also result from high-functioning conditions, social anxiety, or other factors. Regular people might adjust their tone to be more pleasant or approachable without necessarily being narcissistic. So, here's the takeaway. Narcissists have a knack for wearing different masks, and one of their most insidious tricks is manipulating their voice to control your emotions. Whether they're playing the role of the overly sweet martyr or adopting a cold, monotone delivery, their voice is just another tool in their deceptive arsenal. It's all part of the facade that hides their true, rotting core. I hope you found this episode as eye-opening as I did. If you did, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let's chat. And if you know someone who could benefit from this insight, make sure to share the video with them. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. Thanks for joining me today, and I look forward to connecting with you in the next video. Until then, keep focusing on your healing and stay empowered.